What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy Chris back again with another video for you guys today. In this video, I want to discuss Thursday flipping for this week. The market should do well on Thursday, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna kind of talk about a couple different things, what you guys could be looking at, and maybe some buy times and stuff like that. I think from where the market's been going every single day, the trend that I'm seeing is it's getting a little bit low, like around the 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. hour. And then the second there's not enough content on the game, people just go and buy right back. So I can give you like a little like example here, right? So this was yesterday, right? You look at this Trent Alexander-Arnold, he was 35K, and this is only a little, increase in price, but this has been shown for a lot of different players, where he was like literally around here, 33, 34, and then 33 again. The second 6 p.m., I believe that's the 6 p.m. hour, is 1600. He goes right back to 36, and he's literally 37K right now, 37, 38. And this is like happening for a lot of different players. I'm looking at a lot of nominees. I'm looking at a guy like Frankie de Jong here, where he's pretty much like, if you look at yesterday, right, he's been 80. He did it at 85 overnight, but then around this time he goes really low, all right, and then goes right back up all the way to 88. So for me, it's obviously always about picking up at the lowest where they go to on a certain day. And I think with a market that is always increasing, because if you look at a lot of cards in terms of the last few days, the last few weeks, they've actually just been continually rising every single day in price. So I think that, buying on their low, you have to settle for a 4 or 5K undercard. You can't actually be greedy and try to, get them at 10, 15K under their current price. I just don't think it's going to work. If you look at this Alexandro here, he did have a drop from 122 to 114 by this Sunday, but he's literally just been going up ever since. I think he went down probably because of Tellus on Friday, and then since then he's just been rising in price. If you look at his graph from today, he was literally 144, went really low at 128, and then went right back up to 145, and he's at like 144 right now. So I think when it comes to a lot of the nominees, I think the majority of the market should do well on Thursday. Again, when it comes to link investments, I think we'll have a couple different team week cards to look at, potentially an Allison or a VVD. We also have, Holland. So what may happen with Holland, guys, and if I just search, this Sancho card is probably going to rise. If not, it's already has, because I think it's up like 25K. Yeah, it's 153 right now, and if you look at where he was on the Saturday, he was 132. So he's already up like 20,000 coins. This is a card, in my opinion, guys, that I don't know how much higher it may go by Thursday. I think it's going to go up probably until Thursday. And then I think by Wednesday night, I think you might want to get out if it's really, really high. If you were one of the guys that bought at 130, 140, I think you could take your profit at 170, because we already know that on Thursdays with link investments, they kind of crash sometimes because there's too many people investing in a certain card. So with a Sancho, because of the Holland Team of the Week card, I would just be careful with it. If you see a really big increase in price from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'd probably just take the coins, just be safe with that. A lot of cards have obviously gone down because of Thursday with the link investments. In terms of some like other players to look at, I think icons obviously are going to do well. So a way that you can kind of go about doing the icons, if you go to index icons, okay, so it's up a little bit right now because it's obviously getting later at night, so things are getting more rare. Just look and see like what's really down for, on the hourly, pretty much. So looking at this Guardiola here is 360, and he's just been going up. You see how he's just been rising pretty much about the last like 15 days, just been going up from 305 to 350. He was just 390, so obviously I think a buy price for this card is like 330, 340. Because he goes into the 350, so maybe you can sell him at 355 for profit now, but I think on Thursday, if you were to buy him at 340 beforehand, you could probably get 375, 380 for him, potentially on the weekend. So that's kind of the deal with icons. I think every icon is going to do well. Under 600K, I think is going to be even the best for a return on investment. So that is that. Again, looking at popular players, there's a couple different things we need to talk about. So the first thing is players that are out of packs right now. We have a couple different headliner cards that are out of packs. You have Lewandowski, Neymar, Mertens, Salah, Walker, Varane, Nainggolan, Tellez, any other good cards? Samedo as well. So what I believe is this week as well as pro qualifiers, and I think the requirement is a less than 86 overall squad. Now, cards under 86 should absolutely fly if that's the case. And cards that I like a ton, especially this Ron card. He's up a lot right now from where he was. Look at where he was like on Saturday. Actually, you know what? He's not even up that much, to be fair. Sunday was 146. He's actually not up that much. I'd say if you can, get him at like 145. I'd say 140, 145 is pretty good. I like that a ton. I think he's going to do really well on Thursday. He's out of packs. Pros need him for qualifiers. And also people like using Varane in general. He's usually a steady riser. I love Son, probably like 240 and under. I like Pogba 180 and under. I like Conte at 270 and under. Even 265 would be pretty good for that card. Who else is out of packs here? Semedo's out of packs. So this was 8.5k earlier today. That's his peak that he hit. And that's probably because people were told to buy. You see this right here, 8.5k. If you can get this guy at 7.5 and under, I think that's not bad. Again, he's a less than 86 overall card. He gets many links to players. And he's out of packs. So he should rise on Thursday for like a lower tier investment. I like Hazard at like under 190. Other cards like Dembele. These are the kind of cards you guys can snipe at rewards. So like your Alexandros, your Allens, Dembele. Who else under 85 you can look at? Or 86, sorry. Obviously Lucas, right? These are the kind of cards you guys can look at. De Jong's gold card as well. Less than 86 overall squad, so they gotta put some different players in there that they usually don't use. They don't usually use. Mane under 180 I think should do okay. And yeah, that's where it really is for the gold cards. Now, if we go into the rest of the squads, right? Let's look at like Ultimate Scream cards. Which are the ones that could do decent? Well, this is the popular page, so let's go back to FIFA 20. Let's go to Ultimate Scream. So, a couple of cards that usually do well on Thursdays. Toni Kroos always does well. Thomas Muller always does well. Zlatan could do well. Zlatan, it'll be interesting to see if they do bring out a flashback Ibrahimovic from AC Milan. That could make this card actually drop because people would much rather have a AC Milan Ibrahimovic because you can link it with other cards. You can link it with every other Serie A player you can. I think James Rodriguez will do well. He was like 230 plus last weekend, I believe. And 216 right now. That's actually not a bad price. Yeah, 225 last week on the Friday, 226, and then down to 215 right now. So maybe a buy price for this card is about 210 and under. Could sell for 230 on Thursday, 235. That's where I could see that going. Gamero always does well. Again, caution though, because of Diego Costa's SBC, he may not rise that much. But he never really went down too much today. So, you know, La Liga striker didn't really go down. I'd say maybe like 70k flats, pretty good for that card. Otamendi. I know Smalling came out. But as long as we don't get any other SBCs, like center backs or strikers, I think this Otamendi under 200k should do well. Probably 220 on Thursday. That's something you guys want to be looking at. Bernard actually did really well last week as well, I believe. Looking at this card, he's 98k at the moment. Let's see, 99. He went to 101. That doesn't tell the whole story though. If you can get this card maybe at like 92, 93, I like that a ton from maybe a 105 to 107 on Thursday. And that's about 10,000 coins a card. St. Juste, I haven't really seen too much of him recently. Maybe because I have not been trading with the Scream cards. He's 145 at the moment. And if you look at yesterday's graph, he had a high of 148. So maybe under 140 is a good price for this card. Did he go up last Thursday? Wednesday, 149. Okay, he just kind of chilled out a little bit. What about the Wednesday before that? Did he go up? He did go up a little bit. Thursday graphs, it's tough to show the actual rise on the card because it gives all listing prices. And sometimes Futbin actually fucks it up a little bit because they don't update their prices they don't update their prices fast enough, and it might make the average listing price go down on a card. So those are some of the cards I would look at for the Screams. Muller under 150 I would also look at. In terms of nominee cards, so a couple cards that may do well in terms of Team of the Weeks, right? Allison may get a Team of the Week card. If he doesn't, alright, I do expect this one to actually do really well on Thursday. He's 118 at the moment. And if you look at his graph on Wednesday to Thursday, it went from 107 all the way to 114. So that's pretty good. That's probably Wednesday could have picked him up at 100, and you probably could have sold it for 120. So that was a pretty good card to use. That's probably about 13, 14K a card. Yeah, even today he said about 120. So under 110, I think is a good price for this card. Andrew Robertson is another one. I can't find him on this list, but I like this again. I like any of these. I like Ter Stegen. Again, Virgil, he's 770 at the moment, but he has a potential to get a Team of the Week on him because he got a goal, he got a goal and a clean sheet, so never know. This would drop if he does get an inform. Luka Modric did well last week. 100K for him is decent. Who else would be good to use? Dybala's been rising every single day. So if you look at this daily graph for Dybala, you see from here, January 11th, he's just been steadily rising up in price. I would say probably like low 90s for this card is good. Could probably get 105 to 110 on Thursday. In terms of all the other, cards, I think Conte's probably going to do well again this week. Salah, I think it could do well. Although he does have a headliner card, I still think that this card is too cheap for compared to where his headliner card is, which is 1.7 mil. Yeah, 350K. Try to give me like 320, 325. That's a pretty good price. In terms of these headliners, I think at rewards, I told you guys to buy before rewards, and I think that I'm still going to keep that my promise there. I think at rewards, they're actually going to get inflated. I think everyone's going to be wanting to buy at rewards, and I think the buy time is actually before that. So, buy these before if you can. Maybe like under 70K for Saul, 230 for Telles, 390 for Walker, Vardy at 150, Semedo under 400. Those are some of the cards that I actually like a lot. And yeah, I would say that's pretty much it for Thursday flips. I've kind of gone through all of them. Most of the market should rise this week. I'd be very surprised if it didn't, especially because we're not going to be getting future stars this week, which could have hampered the market a little bit, in my opinion. But since it's only headliners 2, and from what we've seen over the past couple months, is when we've had a 2-week promo, the second team is never better than the first team. If you look at Scream, if you look at who's a 2-week promo as well, I'm drawing a blank right now, but there was 2-week promos, and I remember Scream was not better the second time around. So I would say just kind of finding cards that are like 8, 9K under their current price. I got this Sterling, for example, at 120,000 coins. He's currently on the market at 130K. That is 10,000 coins lower. If you buy players at the moment, guys, try to sell for lazy buyers. Because if you could sell for a lazy buyer, then you can you can just buy another one back for a cheaper price. And when you're listing on Thursdays, guys, you don't have to wait for a loading screen or anything. So you guys can wait till Thursday night to sell. 12 to 14 hours after rewards, you guys can sell. It's fine. In terms of you have to list your players high on Thursday. Never list your players low when it comes to Thursday flipping. You want to see if you get the craziest motherfucking lazy buyer you guys can find. Like this Oblak card, like 83,000, I'm putting it up at 93 because this is a fluctuation card. But if I had a lot more coins, say I had 5 million coins, I'd be listing this Oblak probably at like 110. Because people are just so lazy this year when it comes to lazy buyers because of the compare price. It just messes up. I would try to find... They lazy buy like crazy, especially in weeks where the market is rising a ton. There's more lazy buyers than normal. So, I would say list your players really high when it comes to buying these players. That Aubameyang is 369. Let me see if I find a 350 there. Because I'm a little interested if I can find that. Again, I think 350 for this is good. He was 380 on the weekend. So, where is he right now? 369. So, that's really it. He does have a 340 here. I'm going to keep that on my transfer target to see what happens there. Did I just miss a bid for Sterling, though? I think I just did, didn't I? No, he's still there. Alright, so we're going to bid on this card. Not on video, but I hope you guys did enjoy the video today. Make sure you guys do drop a like, comment, subscribe if you're new around here. Talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.